Ebo Elder, known as the Extreme Machine.
I started boxing at 2 years old. As soon as I could stand up, my dad bought me a little heavy bag and taught me how to punch it, taught me how to jump rope, and I began my quest for a world title. I looked at all of my boxing role models, Hagler, Hearn, Sugar Ray Leonard, and loved it, and I dreamed of being like them one day.
He has won several championships and is ranked among the top 5 lightweight boxers in the world. But what the world didn't know...
What's your problem?
You're my problem. You're always my problem. I don't understand why you're acting this way.
Ebo's fighting went beyond the ring into his marriage with his wife, Amy.
You're going to stay at this house.
Get over it. The argument between Amy and I had no real reason behind it. It wasn't over big issues. It was all small, meaningless things. It would just ignite this fire inside of us that would build and build and build, and it would go and fight until we couldn't fight anymore.
That's it. I'm done. Don't leave. We're going to talk about this.
I was very angry at him. I was angry at myself too. Every day I would ask, why are we not getting along? Why are we arguing? Why are we fighting? I'm going to do better today, and it just never happened.
What did happen was their marriage ended after Amy saw Ebo's car parked early one morning at his former girlfriend's house. Amy knew he had spent the night.
Up to that point, did you have any hope that things might work out?
I really thought that we were going to make it. I thought we were going to maybe get some counseling and try to work things out. But when I saw his car that day, I just realized that he wasn't trying as much as I thought he was, and I felt like I was putting all the effort in and he wasn't giving me anything back.
Ebo and Amy divorced. Ebo turned all of his attention on his career and tried to forget the wife he lost.
Turning pro made it a lot easier to party and to have a fast lifestyle involved in drugs and alcohol and girls. And the more I did it, the bigger the void got and the more empty I was.
Amy, too, tried to start over. Raised in a Christian home, she decided to start going to church.
I would go to church on Sundays, but during the week, I tried to do everything I could to fill the void. I tried to hang out with my friends. I partied. I was trying to make myself happy.
After 2 years of misery, Amy asked Ebo if he wanted to try again. He did. Amy spent the night with Ebo, but the next morning immediately regretted her decision. She told Ebo she had changed her mind.
I went from an emotional high to the lowest low I had almost ever been. And I went from this hope of we're back together, it's another chance, to it being all over again.
A month later, Amy discovered she was pregnant.
I knew that the relationship that we had was over, and here I was pregnant, not married, living with my parents. I knew that he wasn't where he needed to be, and I wasn't where I needed to be to raise a child.
But God was about to do a miracle in Ebo and Amy's lives through their newborn baby girl.
I knew there was hope because he was there, He was there holding our daughter. And I just prayed from that day forward that God would just bring us back together and make us the family that we were supposed to be.
Ebo, too, knew he wanted to surrender his life to Christ.
I knew that God had given me another chance, that this was an opportunity for a new beginning, and I wasn't going to let this chance slip by me.
Ebo, what was different this time with your desire to really live a life for God? What was different?
This time, with my daughter Maddie, I had a tangible reason to get my life right with God. I knew I had to do that. I knew that I had to change the person, and I knew that people don't change, but I knew that God could change people.
With both Amy and Ebo focused on living for God, they remarried. Ebo's radical change made headlines, and in the boxing world, he became known as the gospel gladiator.
I used every opportunity I had to give God glory, to spread his message, to basically be an evangelist. When you ask God for a platform, he gives you a platform and he gives you opportunities.
Ebo has retired from boxing and is now in full-time ministry, traveling the nation, sharing his story.
But I know that I was lost and now I'm found. I know that I was hopeless and now I have hope. And I had no life and now I have a great life. And I know it's all because of God.